Hello and welcome to another edition of Ask Us Anything, where we take your real estate related questions and we answer them for you. Before we jump in, just a reminder, this show is all about you. So if you have any questions about real estate, including, well, what is the process of buying a home or selling a home, or if you've got questions about the real estate market, whether it's our market or in general, go ahead and drop that question into the comments below and we'll answer that on an upcoming episode. Wow, so we're halfway through the February 2022 edition.
Halfway already?
Yeah,
Time flies.
I know this has actually been kind of fun being able to video every day and answer a question, kind of keep that energy up and be able to help people in short segments. Anyway, let's go ahead and let's see what today's question is.
Okay.
All right, let's find out. What do we got? Oh, this will be a fun one. What are the first steps to buying a home? We actually kind of answer this on the regular, don't we?
Yeah. I'd say your first step is to consult with your realtor. Your realtor needs to know more about you so that he can help you. Every transaction, I think, is going to be completely different according to the client's needs. And as a realtor, we don't know those needs until we really start to get to know you. So communicate what you want out of a house, whether that's, a backyard for your dog, or you cannot have an upstairs, or you want an upstairs and you want your master bedroom upstairs. So,
or maybe you're a great cook and you want, the kitchen is really important to you, or the typical buyer consultation I think that we do is about an hour long?
It depends. It really depends. I think that with the time of the day that the client is reaching out to you, but for the most part, a solid 45 minutes of getting to know each other and what your needs are, location, price point, all that good stuff.
I would agree with you that the buyer consultation is really
Number one.
Critical, simply because in any real estate market, the better that the client shares with us their wants and needs, the better properties we're going to be able to show them instead of showing them properties that might not work for them. So I would say definitely it's like mission critical. First thing you do, buyer consultation with your realtor. And I would say also be honest with your realtor in that consultation, because a good realtor is going to listen to you and listen to everything from your price point to whether you need 3 bedrooms for sure. And we're going to drill down, do you really need 3 bedrooms, or could you do 2 bedrooms and a family room? What's the purpose of that additional bedroom? Or, do you need space for your hobbies? There's a bunch of little things that we clue in on so that we can match you up with the right property that you can then call home. Definitely.
I agree with you.
Okay.
If we don't know you as a client, we don't know what type of house you want. It's really a relationship thing where if you can trust us enough to open up to us that this is what you need, this is a deal breaker. Tell me what you don't want so I know what you do want. I think that's important too. It's okay to say, nope, I don't like that, and object right away, because that's part of the communication.
Yeah, feedback is everything to making sure that a buyer gets the right property at the right time, at the right price, with the right terms. And it all starts with that buyer consultation.
And then we also need to make sure that you're talking to a great lender who's understanding your financials and where you want to be, what you expect to spend every month. You don't want to buy a house and then not have money to change a toilet. So that's also part of planning ahead with your lender.
Right. Being able to be financially responsible and being able to afford the home is key, because in any real estate market, whether it's a fast-paced market, if it's a seller-driven market, a neutral market, or a buyer-driven market, how much you can afford may not always be what you're willing to spend. For example, if you don't go out and talk to a lender and realize what your income ratio is to your expenditures, you might be thinking, okay, I'm going to go out and I'm going to look at a $400,000 property. And without talking to a lender, you might not understand that your mortgage payment on a $400,000 property may be too high for what you want to do, or maybe even too low. I've had some people come in with kind of a preset notion, and then they go talk to a lender and they go through the whole pre-approval process, which we need to do pre-approvals, not pre-qualifications. But they come back and they say, well, they say I can afford this. And I say, well, are you comfortable with that payment? And they might say no, at which point we're going to change and we're going to adjust downwards. So money is super important.
Yeah, the money is the number one thing. You want to know what you're planning to spend every month. Make sure that your lender is aware of what you plan to spend every month. Sometimes it's best not to spend everything that you can, but we're not financial advisors once again, but we want you to be aware.
Good disclaimer.
We want you to be aware of what you need and talk to your lender about that, because there's a pre-approval letter and then there's the pre-qualification. If
Pre-approval is stronger.
Yeah.
That's the one that actually makes the offer actually sing. When you can come in and say with your offer, I've spoken to a lender, I am pre-approved for this amount, we just need to have the appraisal done. That is a much more palatable deal offer to the seller than if you come in going, well, I'm pretty sure I can do this, but we're not quite sure yet.
And then you have your pre-qualification, your pre-approval, and then your underwriting. So if you have your underwriting, now you have all of your documents lined up so that the sellers see that you're just ready to order that appraisal.
And the beauty of it is that for this step, again, we're realtors, we're not financial advisors, we're not lenders, but we have lenders that we work with on a regular basis that are trustworthy and genuine, and will explain the different loan types and the loan styles and what does it look like if you put 3% down versus 5, 7, or 10% or even more. A good consultation with a lender will help any buyer feel confident looking at homes, so that instead of going, gosh, I hope I can buy a home, it's like, yeah, I know I can buy a home.
And it's completely up to you who you want to use as a lender. Like if you go to one tire shop, they're going to give you a different price for the same tire as you go to the other tire shop. So it's kind of the same thing. You may want to shop around because it's completely up to you who you choose as a lender. So,
but definitely that would be like number 2, mission critical for the whole rundown. So I would say, what do you need? What are the first steps to buying a home? Buyer consultation with your realtor, and talk to a lender and find out how your money's going to work.
yes, realtor lender game plan.
Yes, then we move on and we find the house.
Yeah.
Okay, that was a really great question for today. As a reminder, if you want to make sure that you don't miss any of our videos, whether it's this series or another that we put out, be sure to like and subscribe. We always love talking to you about real estate. And as a reminder, real estate is our passion. And we are very passionate about real estate, as we hope you can tell. So just remember to come on by anytime you got a question. We'll answer it for you.
Yeah.
So with that, I'm just going to say,
Bye for now.
yeah, bye for now. So here's something really cool. We were just doing the Ask Us Anything video about what are the first steps to take for a buyer to take before going out and looking at a house. And we just got back in the final proof for our 2022 buyer's guide.
A new one?
Yeah, the new one. So I know that you were watching me going ahead and working on that in the office and putting the fine touches on it, but the new buyer's guide for 2022 explains from beginning to end exactly what happens in a real estate transaction for a buyer, what steps to take from beginning to middle to close, down to when we hand you the keys. So we've got that available now. We've got hard copies that we can hand out to people, but also we have the digital copy. So I wanted to make everyone out there aware that if you would like a copy of our 2022 Buyer's Guide explaining how it is and what it is and why it is that you do different things during the home buying process and what steps are going to need to be taken for you to be the most successful, you can go ahead and you can get it as a free downloadable link. It's going to be in the comments down below, so you can just go in. You don't have to give us any of your information. It is free for the taking. And if you would like a hard copy version of it, I think it's 10 pages, 12 pages on glossy high print, you can go ahead and reach out to us separately as well. We're happy to put one in the mail to you. So that is just that little bit of extra, hey, that just happened
Free
moment.
information. Get your free information.
And we're always happy to share. So that's it. And we're going to move on. And I know I've got to go show a property, and you've got some calls to make.
Constantly.
Let's go. All right. That's it.
Bye for
Bye
now.
again.